Hey guys, Brandon here, creator of FSBOdomination.com, and you're about to watch another For Sale by Owner Success Student interview where I'm going to interview one of our brand new students into our training program and kind of walk through his story. So if you watch this interview and you're inspired and you want to learn how to list for sale by owners, list expired listings, go after absentee owners, and all the other lead sources that we train inside of our program, all you need to do is simply click the link below this video, and that'll get you access to our free 30-minute training to kind of explain our reverse selling process and how you can go from wherever you're at today so you can start listing one house every single week. So if you like the video, you want to get more information about our training system or how our process works, just click the link below this video and you can get all the information that you're looking for. So hopefully you get a lot of value out of this video. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think or how I can help you in the future, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another For Sale by Owner Training Success Student interview. With me today, I have Byron Thompson. I don't know why I always call you Bryce, but I call Bryce Byron all the time. So I've got Byron Thompson with me today, and he's got an awesome story. And I'm going to help walk you guys through that entire thing. And so before we jump in, Byron, I just want to say thank you for doing this, because I think agents that are going to watch this are going to be super, super inspired. And you're going to help a lot of agents more so than you ever know. So thanks for being here.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Awesome. Awesome. So, how long have you been selling real estate now?
Yeah, I've been selling real estate 6 short months. So very, very new to the industry.
Awesome. Awesome. And, before you joined our For Sale by Owner training program, you kind of told me your story of what led you to real estate, but really quickly, how did you get into the business? Why did you choose to get into the business?
Yeah. I got into the business because real estate just gives you a lot of opportunity. And it gives you the power to really control your own destiny, especially if you're willing to put in the work. You are essentially in control of all the results that you get. And that just excites me. That gives me so much opportunity. And I see, there's a lot of ceilings in this world, and real estate's one that has no ceiling. You can take it as high as you want. So
I love it. I love it. So we met, you joined our training program about 3 weeks ago, I believe, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Now, what was your time in real estate like before you got into our training program? What was that like?
Before I got in it, I assume it was a lot like most agents when they start the business, but it was a blur. It was there's a lot of information, a lot of places you can go to try to find resources or trying to find out how to even succeed in the business. For me personally, I got to the point where I had no idea where to even start. I didn't know where you get buyers from, how you get listings. I assume listings is something that doesn't come for years and years into your career once your buyers start to turn into listings. So just really not having an understanding of where to start building business or what a day-to-day activity should really look like in order to create an actual business. So that's kind of what led me to you as I was looking into more resources.
Awesome. All right. So that makes sense. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of real estate agents, to your point, are in that same boat, and it's really it's not your fault, because the real estate industry is just kind of, so many people run in to get into the business, and they get into the business and they're like, okay, I got my license. Now what do I do? You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So cool. So that makes sense. And then, so really quick, give people that are watching this, what does your new life look like? What does your new world look like now that you're inside of our training culture, as I would call it? Because it's more than, I think, than a training program, but what does it look like now for you?
Yeah, now for me, it's really, really structured. The morning is solely dedicated to distraction-free prospecting. And we do a great job just keeping each other accountable within the group. So mornings are strictly for processing and creating future business. And now afternoons are very guided as far as once I get done with lunch, I go right into processing paperwork, responding to emails that are truly going to add to the business, as opposed to 4 months ago where prospecting might have looked like scrolling through Facebook waiting for somebody to say, hey, I want to buy a house. So
Yeah.
Afternoons are very structured, and then evenings are set aside strictly for appointments. And it just keeps me very, very structured, very, very on task. And it's produced some results pretty quickly, actually. So
Cool. Which we're going to get into some of that here in just a second. Well, I guess one of the things that I'm always interested in is, again, I think you mentioned it before, there's so much stuff, there's so much information out there for real estate agents. What attracted you to what it is that we do, what it is that we teach? Like, why did you join our training program?
Yeah, for a couple of reasons, actually. One is the mentality around reverse selling and being able to, I know that's one thing that real estate agents everywhere try to do, is differentiate themselves. And reverse selling puts you in just a class of your own as far as engaging with prospects and clients. It really allows you to build relationships with people, as opposed to some of the hard selling techniques that really don't come easy to most people. So that was one of the biggest things. And then the other thing was, again, just having a true structure. I'm a big believer that consistency drives all the results. So just having a structure and finding a way to get to that consistent point, and really just being able to create like something that's sustainable and kind of predictable, really, just as far as like being able to consistently get listings. So
awesome. And that's been like one of my now it's really my life's work, right? From where I'm at a couple of years ago. I mean, I've made it my mission and my life's work to train real estate people on reverse selling and how it works. And so what would you like, how would you explain it? Like, there's so much real estate training and information out there that tells real estate agents to be high pressure, these sales closers. What are you learning to do that's so different, allowing you to get these results?
Yeah, we learn a ton of things, especially just around how to engage them without creating increased resistance. That was actually just the biggest step in being able to now set appointments consistently and be able to get in front of actual people who are ready to sell their home. So being able to stay in agreement and get to the point where you are now being seen as more of a resource than an adversary. So it's tremendous. It's tremendous in that regard, for sure.
Awesome. One of the things that we talked about right before we got on this video, you told me something about what happened to you today, like how many appointments you set. And so before you give the answer, my question is, before you learned reverse selling and how to do it, how many appointments were you typically setting in a week, a day, a week, or a month for your first 4 or 5 months in real estate?
Yeah, for my first 5 months, if I was getting an appointment a week, I was really, really happy. If I was getting 3 good conversations, and that's conversations where we got to a point where we could see eye to eye or speak in somewhat of a friendly manner. If I could get like 3 of those a day and then get that into 1 appointment, I was extremely happy.
And what did you tell me before we got on air today? How many appointments have you sold, or appointments? How many appointments have you set today?
Yeah, today, my first 8 phone calls, I set 7 appointments. So it's night and day. It's night and day. There's no question about it.
Crazy. So you set 7 appointments, and maybe in one day, where if I look, I'm not doing the math, I don't have a calculator on me, but maybe that's more than you set your first 5 months in real estate.
It'd be somewhat close, just especially as far as for sale by owners are concerned.
Wow. Crazy, man. It's crazy. All right. So let's talk about results for a second. So now you've been with us for about 3 weeks now. And you are having a lot of success. And let me just preface this. The reason why you're having success, and this is what I posted in our private community, was because you've got to smile all the time. You've got a great attitude. You've got a great attitude. You've got a great mindset. You've got great work ethic, and you're very, very coachable. And so you're doing the work every day. So people that are watching this, either now or in the future, don't get it twisted, right? Byron's doing the work every day. But like, what kind of results have you been getting, you know, like in 12 days or 13 days in joining the program outside of setting 3, 4, 5 appointments a day?
Yeah. Besides just getting face-to-face with prospects, I actually got my very first FSBO listing. We do a little bit of a challenge just as far as making sure you do the work every day. So I got my first listing 12 days in, and it was euphoric. I couldn't believe how well the reverse selling works, especially face-to-face, and how it allows you to really connect with a homeowner. So I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome, man. And so now that you've learned reverse selling and you're still learning it every day, you know, what does your new goals look like? So we're coming into the end of 2018. You know, as you start to think about building your business plan for 2019 and focused on listings, what do you think you can accomplish next year?
Yeah, funny you say that, because at one point my goal was to just generate 20 sales in the course of a year. Just seeing what we can accomplish, especially through for sale by owners. My goal is a lot closer to about 50 sales next year, with at least 40 of those coming for sale by owners. So it's really like, it's something that you actually coach, but it's like seeing for the first time. It's seeing where your business can really go. It's great.
It's awesome, man. And so you close 40 or 50 deals next year. What kind of income does that get you?
It would change my life. In our price point, it'd be upwards of about 200,000. So
awesome.
Really, 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 really important for me.
Yeah, give you a really cool life. So I always try to, you know, I don't like to make these too long, but, you know, what kind of advice would you give to somebody that, first off, is not inside of our training program? Okay. So like people out there and they have all this information, they all want to focus on listings. There's a lot of bad information out there. There's a lot of good information out there. Like, what kind of advice would you give somebody? What would you give yourself the advice 30 days ago that you could share with other agents across the globe?
Yes. The advice that I would give is, one, just be consistent. If you find a direction that you feel fits you, it fits your values, it fits your personality, like, you go for it and you stick to it, and stick to it every day, you know? So, you know, it's the difference between coming into work every day at 8 o'clock and starting phone calls, as opposed to walking in at 1 o'clock every day and then trying to find a direction at that point. So, just being consistent would be just the biggest advice that I could definitely give. And I mean, do the work. That's it. Nothing happens if you don't do the work.
That's awesome. And then what about for the people like that you, like in this side of our world, inside of our culture, inside of our program, you know, there's some people that do better than others, you know, why, what advice would you give those people?
Yeah. The advice that I would give people is actually some advice that I had to give myself was just to obviously be comfortable being uncomfortable, but taking it a step at a time. So if, for example, you're uncomfortable meeting new people, or, you know, you feel a little bit of anxiety around meeting a for sale by owner, just go to one appointment. Just go meet with them. You know, don't make it anything more than it has to be, but just go meet with them, talk with them, and just get to connecting. And then obviously from there, you can add different steps to kind of produce further results. But just take it one step at a time. You know, at first it's uncomfortable making the calls. I mean, I made them for 14 straight days, and I still get the little butterflies in my stomach every time I make the call. So just take them a step at a time, make the calls, mess up, and then get to appointments, mess up, then get into some good follow-up routines, mess up, and just keep taking it a step at a time, and just see where you can go from there. I've already seen a lot of growth just in 14 days. So
yeah, that's great advice. You know, the part about doing the work, messing it up, doing the work, messing it up. You know, most human beings want everything to be perfect before they take any action at all. And the path to success is through failure, right? Like, it's funny, I got this thing right here and I love it. I just got this, so I love this thing. But like, success is on the top of the iceberg. Like,
it looks good up there.
What's that?
It said it looks good way up there.
Awesome. Yeah. And so you got to go through all this in order to get to success. And people sometimes, I think, forget that. They feel like, hey, like my presentation and my website and my scripts, all that has to be perfect before I make my first phone call. And that's not true at all, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
One,
you can make mistakes. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I've just, yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, one of the things I say all the time inside of our training is the learnings in the doing. Like, that's how you're going to learn the most. I can sit here and teach you all the sexy stuff and all the things to do, but until you go out there and do it, it has no context at all. Would you agree?
100%, 100%. And you can spend 45 days just getting everything correct and getting everything perfect. But in that 45 days, homes are selling. So, I mean, take advantage. The opportunity could pop up. You never know.
I love it. Getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready, right? So,
right. That's right.
Listen, Byron, I can't thank you enough, man. Like, you are, you're an inspiration to me. And I know I speak for all of the other students inside of our For Sale by Owner training program. You surely are inspiring everybody. And I knew it from day one, man. I called it. I said, people better invest into this stock. Remember that?
I remember that. It's underpriced right now.
It's underpriced right now. So, your smile is contagious. Your energy is amazing. And you're going to build a massive real estate business, man. And who knows how big you can build this thing, what that future looks like, because you're still a young guy. And so I'm just really, really fortunate and grateful to be in your life, to be with you on this journey together. So appreciate you doing this, and we'll talk to you real soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And can I say one more thing before you cut it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, absolutely. One other thing, and it was just a real reason why I was super interested in the For Sale by Owner Domination community. The reality is you are the people that you surround yourself with, and knowing that I could surround myself with people who are actively doing the work every day has just made a tremendous difference, especially as far as my motivation. So whether it's a group like For Sale by Owner Domination, or whether it's another group elsewhere, like, surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do, and it will tremendously improve your ability to get where you want to get to.
I love it. Great advice, man. Great advice. So hopefully for you that are watching this right now, that you not only have learned something from Byron, but you are going to take his words and you're going to use them as practical application in your real estate business starting tomorrow morning, so you can start getting some of the results. I mean, you've heard where he's at. He's gotten great success in 12, 13 days. You just got to do the work. So again, man, Byron, appreciate you doing this, and I'm sure we'll talk to you real soon.
Absolutely. We'll see you.